Wendy's ain't no a reason to go anyplace else.
In tonight's Money Watch, the price of a burger and fries could be going up, depending on what time of day it is. That's right, fast food giant Wendy's says it will introduce surge pricing in 2025 during its busiest hours.
Well, it looks like customers are finding a reason not to go to Wendy's after all. Now, did Wendy's make a whopper of a mistake this week? Or did the media get it all wrong? In an article published in the Philadelphia Inquirer on Tuesday, February 27th, reporter Emily Block wrote, Wendy's announced earlier this month that it would begin rolling out a new dynamic pricing model, the same structure that informs airline prices, hotel fares, and rideshare rates. During an earnings call, the fast food company's new CEO and president, Kirk Tanner, shared major investment plans, including $55 million in breakfast menu marketing and an additional $30 million toward new digital menu boards, where prices and listings can easily change. According to Nation's Restaurant News, Tanner said, beginning as early as 2025, the company would begin testing more enhanced features like dynamic pricing and daypart offerings, along with AI-enabled menu changes and suggestive selling. The digital menu boards, which are meant to improve order accuracy and increase sales by upselling particular menu items, are expected to roll out in the U.S. company-operated locations by the end of next year. The new dynamic pricing model will also start being tested by 2025, according to Wendy's. It'll allow the fast food chain to surge or decrease menu item prices, depending on the time of day and the demand. Now, at a time when consumers are already being squeezed by the cost of eating at fast food restaurants, the news about price surging was difficult to digest. YouTubers wasted no time in sharing their opinions about the news. The first time I learned about it was while watching a video by Edward, PhD.
Today, I read an article on foxbusiness.com written by Alexander Hall titled, Wendy's to roll out Uber-style surge pricing with menu prices fluctuating based on demand.
I, Allegedly Dan, and Michael Bordenaro also commented on the story.
And there's a new guy running the company called Kirk Tanner. And this genius came up with something that you won't even believe. And that is a thing called surge pricing for hamburgers.
What they want to do is they're going to put up new digital menu boards, and depending on the time of day that you enter the store, you could pay more or less for an item on the menu based on their dynamic pricing. Wonderful, huh? So now you don't even know how much a fast food meal is going to cost. That's not even going to be stable anymore.
Even Howard Stern added his voice to the media outrage.
Do you see what Wendy's is up to? The fast food chain?
No.
It's a disgrace. They're going to put in an electronic menu. And the reason they're doing that, they're saying, is they want to, on peak times, let's say, most people go for lunch. They're going to raise the price on you.
But the question is, did Wendy's actually intend to implement price surging as part of its dynamic pricing? Did the company really plan to raise prices at peak times? Or did news outlets and social media assume something that wasn't totally true? After news outlets ran stories warning that Wendy's was planning to hike prices during busier times of the day, company executives tried to better explain what Tanner meant. Wendy's Vice President Heidi Schauer said in an email to NPR, to clarify, it's never good when a corporation has to use those words, to clarify, Wendy's will not implement price surging, which is the practice of raising prices when demand is highest. We didn't use that phrase, nor do we plan to implement that practice. Again, those words from Heidi Schauer, Wendy's vice president. Wendy's didn't provide many additional details, but said in a separate statement that the digital menus could allow the company to offer discounts to customers during slower times of the day. Ron Shumsky is a professor at the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth. He suggested it could actually mean lower prices for Wendy's patrons. Shumsky said they talked about, for example, getting more breakfast customers in. They might actually reduce breakfast prices at certain times of the day in order to encourage people to come in during what they currently have as relatively low demand periods. Wendy said it wouldn't begin to introduce the dynamic pricing model until 2025 at the earliest. Meanwhile, Burger King is giving away free hamburgers for a limited time in a response to the recent controversy at Wendy's. The home of the Whopper restaurant posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, an obvious response after Wendy's announced the dynamic pricing in their future. The company said, "The only thing surging at Burger King is the flames." Burger King added that they don't believe in charging people more when they're hungry. Customers can get a free Whopper or vegetarian Impossible Whopper with a purchase of $3 or more on their mobile app. Apparently, the Wendy's PR crisis obviously gives Burger King an opening to stick it to their competition. So, did Wendy's maybe send up a trial balloon to see how the dynamic pricing model would be received by their consumers? Was it a failure to explain the details of the plan? Or did the news outlets and social media go into a frenzy when the news broke? We'll never know for sure, but likely Wendy's won't be experimenting with price surging anytime soon. Thanks for joining me on Generation Jones today. If you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And please, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe to the Generation Jones channel. Till we get together again in a couple of days, I hope you have a great weekend.